What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rants Red Talk. I decided to throw this together because I'm always getting loads of tweets. Good questions from you guys. A lot of the time I'm getting the same questions, so I thought, you know what? When I get some good questions, just gonna throw together a little video and just answer them for you lot. So let's get into it. Alright, first tweet from Martial FC, my guy. It is future plans. What do you think about a director of football for United and Paul Mitchell? Alright, well, the director of football, we definitely need one. I think we've seen over the past few years, like for example, LVG brings in Daily Blind Memphis, and then Jose comes in and sells them. I think that we ain't spent money well, and we spent the last 5 years kind of replacing players that have been brought in by previous managers, so we definitely need a structure. Paul Mitchell, he's Poch's guy, innit? So if I believe that we're getting him in, he's at Leipzig at the moment, but if we're getting him in, I can only assume that that's because we're trying to lure in Poch. City done the same thing. They brought in Barcelona technical director. I think he come in 2 years before Pep, but they brought him in to kind of lure Pep in, and they said, you know what, if we bring in Pep's guy, we'll get Pep in it. So if we do go for Mitchell, who, to be fair to the guy, he was with Poch at Southampton. He brought in Sadio Mane, Tadic to Southampton, and then at Tottenham he brought Dele Alli in, Trippier, Alderweireld. Like, so he's got a good track record, bruv, and he gets good players in, young players in for good money, and we have never done that. When you look at, for instance, like Delo, he cost 20 million and he's done fuck all in football. And then you look at someone like Gabriel Jesus, who cost just a little bit more than that, I think 25 mil, and he was a lot more ready for first team football than Delo is. Like, we're seeing that we just paid for potential, but if he was going to Tottenham, I reckon Tottenham would have probably only spent 8-9 million on him, because he hadn't done nothing. He had like 6 first team games at Porto or something like that. Like, he wasn't worth 20 million. And I think he is a good player, but we spend over the odds. So I think that we definitely need a director of football coming in. He's also from Manchester. There were loads of rumours saying that he fell out with Pochettino, but I've done my research and they've just basically said that Spurs wanted to restructure how they did transfers, and them man ain't spending no money, so they probably thought they didn't need him anymore, and they try to save some peas. And he actually left Tottenham and went to Leipzig, so him and Poch haven't fallen out. So I don't know, like, if we do get him in specifically, like, he's proven, he's from the area, like, he knows the league and he knows Pochettino, so I think if he comes, Poch is definitely the #1 target. Alright, since we're on that subject, we got the next one from @Khan XION. If Poch comes to United, if he doesn't win anything in 1 or 2 seasons, how much time would you give him as manager? I've always said that you have to give the manager, I always give a manager like 3 years, innit? Like, you always give them 3 years. I think after 3 years, you can't say that's not your team, innit? Like, you're looking at Liverpool now, Klopp's third season, he can't say this ain't his team. Like, he's been backed, he's bought 2 goalies, numerous centre-backs, midfielders, attackers. He can't now look at this Liverpool team and be like, you know what, this ain't my team. And I think with fucking Mourinho, 3 seasons in at United, still complaining, looking at it, saying, no, this ain't my team, this ain't my team. But you spent over 400 million pounds, bruv. Like, realistically, I think after 3 years, you need to start winning stuff, especially with the investment that United are going to be fucking putting in. Like, Tottenham got a net spend of 5 million, so the fact that Poch ain't won nothing, I can't really look at him, because he's never been at a club where he's supposed to win something. You know what I mean? At Malaga, he weren't supposed to win something. At Southampton, he weren't supposed to win something. At Spurs even, he's not supposed to win something. They didn't spend that much money. So if he comes to United, it's a different ball game, it's a different pressure. I think with the players he's already got, the players that are already at United, plus the players that he could potentially bring in, I think within a couple years, he would be expected to win a trophy, for sure. But I feel like I'd back him. Next manager that comes in, I'll back them 2 years solid anyway without complaining. Like, I have to. Do you know what I mean? As long as the football's right, I think a lot of fans are going to give the new manager time, because it does take time, bruv. Like, when Klopp first went into Liverpool, like, the football got better, but the points on the board didn't change straight away, but they could see what he was doing. I think if a manager comes in, similar to what Ollie's done, he's come in, you've seen a difference in the football straight away. Fair enough, you've seen a difference in the results and the fact that we're scoring more goals. But even if there wasn't a difference in how many goals we were scoring, yeah, and we were still attacking and playing the right way, I think people would be patient enough to see, you know what, we're playing decent football, so boom, like, we're definitely going the right way. So for me, I think if Poch was to come in, I'd give him a couple years. I'd expect him to win a trophy within 3 years anyway, and I'm pretty sure he would. But I think the next manager, you have to give him 2 summers to make the team his own, because there is a lot of deadwood in the team, bruv. There's a lot of deadwood. I think some of the players that people are saying are deadwood are not deadwood, like the likes of the Darmians and stuff like that. I think that he's an important squad player. You need players that can play left back, right back, centre back. You need them kind of players. But the likes of like the Phil Joneses and that, like, I think he's deadwood. I'd fucking get rid. And the last tweet, number 3 from, is it Wild Force 123? How many games do you think we can win till the PSG game, and do you think we can secure top 4 at the end of the season? I think we could definitely secure top 4. I think that is very realistic now. I didn't say nothing before because I wanted to see like who was playing who and that. Like, it's all well and good for us to get gassed and carried away from the results we are getting over the Christmas period, but if all the other teams are winning, it wouldn't have mattered, did it? Like, we were the only team with an 100% record, so it was great because Liverpool lost, Arsenal dropped points, Tottenham, everyone dropped points. So it's wide open now. I still think 4th is a big ask, but who knows? If we go and win at Wembley on Sunday, all of a sudden, man are looking at it like, yo, like, we're really in this thing. So let me look at the fixtures. Fixtures for us between now and the PSG game. We've got Tottenham at Wembley. I don't really know. I was saying I think it's going to be a score draw, but we could easily win that game. We could win that game, bruv. Tottenham ain't been on the best form, but I don't know. It's a tough one. We could win that. Then we've got Brighton at home. We expect to slap Brighton. I think we expect to slap Brighton, especially after what they done at their place. Like, obviously I was at the first game at the start of the season. It was horrible to be there because they beat us there last season as well. So both times I made the trip down to Brighton, I watched United lose, bruv. So like, we owe them 5 or 6 hopefully, bruv. We need to slap up Brighton. Then we got Arsenal, bruv. The fucking Woolwich wankers. I'm definitely going to be at that game. That's going to be, I don't know, it's at the Emirates, but I expect us to beat them, you know. I don't know why, like, I just don't respect Arsenal. I just don't, innit? And the way they started the league well, the season well, but you're starting to see the cracks now. You're starting to see defensive frailties. I think Arsenal could get a good slapping at home. Like, their fans are quite confident. I see them talking shit, but I can see us sticking 2 or 3 past them. Then Burnley at home. We should be beating the likes of Burnley, to be completely honest. So again, that's another game I expect to beat Burnley. Then we've got Leicester City away. Again, that's a tough game, but I expect to beat Leicester, bruv. Like, we're the United of old now. Like, that's what I'm looking at. So even these teams like Leicester, yeah, respect Leicester. They won the league. They ain't got Mahrez no more. Like, they lost Drinkwater, they lost Kante. Like, yeah, they've got Jamie Vardy, like, and fucking Harry Maguire, but we should be beating Leicester at their place. Then we got Fulham at their place. Again, we should go to Craven Cottage and slap Fulham all over the place, bruv. And then we've got the PSG game. So, I think all these games are winnable games, bruv. I think the Tottenham and the Arsenal game's in the cup, so that don't count. Other than the Tottenham game in the league, bruv, I think that we should expect to get 3 points from all of those games, bruv. I think you can't be Manchester United and not be expecting to roll these teams over. They're not great teams. Leicester in a bit of form, but I expect to roll these teams over. Alright guys, and that was your 3 questions. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Rants and Bants, or on the Instagram at Rants and Bants as well. On Twitter, if you use the hashtag Rants Red Talks, send your questions in to me. If I get some interesting enough questions, man, I'll keep throwing up these videos. It's easier me putting out these videos answering your questions than individually answering tweets. And then especially if I'm getting the same question over and over again, the most popular questions, it just makes sense for me to throw out a vid, guys. So if you got any more questions, leave them in the comment section. Let me know your predictions for these games, bruv. Like, how do you think we're gonna do against Spurs on Sunday? I think score draw, but I'd love a fucking win. I'm gonna be there anyway, obviously with my brother, gonna be on the fan cams, etc, etc, but hopefully it's 3 points at the fucking the Spurnabout. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see, guys, but big up yourselves.